If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Bacon! Ain't no goddamn question. Bacon. Bacon sandwiches, bacon tacos, bacon fritters.
Bacon and eggs for breakfast, bacon cheeseburger for lunch, and chicken carbonara for dinner.
What's mommy making? What's in there, Zeeks? Bacon?
Yeah.
Is that bacon? Mommy making bacon?
Tasty, crispy bacon.
It's a miracle.
Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. This past Monday, on Valentine's Day, as a bit of a delicious climax to all the shows I've reviewed before Valentine's Day series, I talked a good game about why women and chocolate has been and remains one of nature's most perfect couples. Now I think it's time we leveled out the playing field and enter the savory side of the relationship. And guys, unless you're plant-based, this is going to be an issue of Food Network magazine that you are going to savor. No ifs, no ands, and certainly no pork butts about it. The March 2014 issue of Food Network magazine before you is all about, you guessed it, bacon! Contained herein, 108 amazing recipes, like this bacon Parmesan pasta, which is a part of the easy weeknight dinner section. 15 of those recipes are actually bacon-free, offering a little bit of a reprieve for those who don't like bacon very much. The very few of us. But for everyone else, we have recipes from the stars, a quintessential part of any great Food Network magazine issue. Michael Simon's home-cured bacon, Ida Garten's bacon cocktail hour, and Lee Drummond, the pioneer woman, with her bacon and egg pizza. Plus, bacon lollipops and chocolate bacon cupcakes, offering that important sweet-salty balance that many folks, unlike myself, find incredibly addictive. And I'll explain why I'm not among that group momentarily. We also have here 50 bacon appetizers just to round everything out. Why don't I like the sweet-salty balance? Because it would be kind of too radical for my taste buds. I mean, I just don't know how my particular taste buds would be able to balance those two factors nobly well. But other than that, if the cover alone is not baking you crazy, then we best get into the issue at once. We start with a welcome letter from Mally Carpenter, editor-in-chief, and many cribs from many a great Food Network celeb as to why bacon is, well, simply irresistible. Bobby Flay, Ann Burwell, Michael Simon, Alex Gorlicelli, Ted Allen, Lee, Trisha Yearwood, and Jeff Maher. By the way, something really clicks with Jeff Maher's quip about bacon. I mean, bacon does not belong in my face lotion or body soap. Enough with that nonsense. Bacon belongs in my belly, period. Yeah, period, but not perioded out according to the many people who developed bacon-based gifts, pranks, and products. And yes, there's even a bacon festival, where you'll see in food news, one couple actually got married at a bacon festival, and in lieu of rice, the guests actually threw bacon bits. I imagine that was definitely not a good day for the cleaners, who had to get all of that bacon grease out of that dress. Let's hope it wasn't Oscar de la Renta dress, but I bet it was all in good fun. The bride carried bacon roses, Adrian Dunvan, and the groom, Eddie Quinones, I imagine, would have to pay for the tab to get that bacon grease out. Oh well. We also have a bacon IQ quiz. Take this quiz to test your bacon knowledge. For the most part, it's multiple choice, with one true or false section to end it. So, we have a total of 21 questions here. 4 of them true or false. The remaining 17, multiple choice. Next, we move on to big moments in bacon hysteria. The bacon trend hasn't been just a flash in the pan. Here's a quick look back. We're going to keep this to the pop culture-based highlights in bacon hysteria. Like the episode of The Simpsons here, where Homer starts a business selling bacon. His first sale, 63 cents of grease that came from 27 bucks worth of bacon. And the first of 2 YouTuber shoutouts I'm going to give, meet the Bacon Explosion from BarbecueAddicts.com, highlighted in the New York Times and on the Today Show, and on the Cookie with Jack show with Jack Scalfani in celebration of his 50th episode. Can you believe there's an international bacon film festival? Yeah, there is. And the first one took place in New York City with 11 films and an $11,000 prize. The winning movie, as judged by Chris Santos of Chopped, Portrait of a Bacon Enthusiast. Metallica goes on tour with a band fighter that clearly states in all caps, bacon. Very important that bacon be available at every meal and during the day. Wow, such a high demand. Strict compliance is definitely encouraged. I mean, what's not to love about bacon? Moving on to the weekend cooking section. Try a bacon-themed party menu, then make porchetta like a pro. So, in the first of 2 menus, we have a bacon lover's brunch. That's chicken and bacon waffles, a Waldorf slaw with bacon, which is based upon the famous Waldorf salad at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York, and smoky Bloody Marys with a strip of bacon to garnish. Then we have a bacon lover's dinner. Bacon wrapped blackberry pork roast, smashed potatoes with bacon salt, including a 2 photograph step-by-step demonstration for how to make bacon salt. And finally, heavy cooked spreads with pancetta. That's a different kind of bacon. Some call it Italian bacon, but it's not smoked like regular American bacon. So, if you like your bacon a bit on the mild side, go for pancetta. Moving on, we have here some serious, over-the-top bacon-based recipes that will guarantee you one major successful pig out. We have here Lee Drummond's breakfast pizza. Hash browns, bacon, and eggs on pizza? You'd better believe it, baby. And I do, Lee. We also have here Kelsey Nixon's BLT burgers with bacon mayonnaise. And Ann Burrell's killer mac and cheese with bacon. Finally, Sonny Anderson's bacon burger dogs. These are all sensible recipes to include bacon in. I mean, some books will actually just put bacon in anything, including infusing soda with bacon. We'll talk about that a little later, but first, we gotta highlight one of the many pit stops that you'll find on your road to Bacon Nirvana in the United States of Bacon section. That's Food Network Magazine's cross-country bacon tour at the end of this issue, including one pit stop right here in New Jersey in the city of Farmingdale. It's called Roving Bacon, and it's a traveling pit stop, by the way. It's a food truck that's all about bacon. It's actually a remodeled UPS truck, which cruises around the Garden State at festivals throughout the Northeast, serving favorites like bacon on a stick with chipotle barbecue sauce and bacon waffle sandwiches. It's also called Bacon on Wheels, and you can purchase any of their items for $5 when you happen to spot their truck, or go to bacononwheels.com. There's also an honorable mention for a bacon-based restaurant in Queens that Guy Fieri visited on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Sage General Store, a bacon lover's butts. This is the follow-up section, what it took to make this entire bacon issue possible. A few things that the editors and chefs learned while creating this issue. Among the many things they learned is that bacon gimmicks aren't always delicious for the eyes or for the taste buds. You remember what Jeff Ball said in the beginning about bacon being one of the ultimate influencers that tends to overdo it, like a regular influencer here on YouTube, in and out of the kitchen? Well, I don't think he would take a liking to Lester Fritzon's food-flavored sodas, like this bacon soda. $5 for 12 ounces of this freak concoction, or the entire set of food-flavored sodas for much more of an expensive price on VAT19.com.
Lester's food-flavored sodas, made in the USA. See all the flavors and buy them now at VAT19.com.
The second of 2 YouTuber shoutouts I'm giving here. Don't get me wrong, I love VAT19.com. I mean, when it comes to curiously awesome products, while I might be a little more celeb-driven than them, they have me beat by a mile. But I bet you anything they don't have bacon body wash or a bacon suit costume on their website, right? Not even a commercial for them. Not at all. By the way, nobody should ever try to infuse alcohol with bacon. The test kitchen manager, Claudia Sidolti, did that, and she said it looked like a scary science project. So while bacon does not, in fact, make everything better, what it does do is provide a foundation for one of the most delicious issues of Food Network magazine I ever bought, and one of the most delicious issues of Food Network magazine you will ever buy and hopefully utilize. Again, unless you're plant-based. From curing old bacon to finding even more bacon gimmicks that will make you squeal in delight or snort with disgust, and of course those sweet and salty bacon-based desserts. It's hard not to applaud the sensibility and, should I say, the fortitude that it took to cook over 300 pounds of bacon and deal with 20 gallons of bacon grease to make this issue possible. But how much applause am I going to give this? Well, there's a limit. And it's met that limit, and it's met my expectations. The maximum of 5 out of 5 claps is awarded. After all, what's not to love about bacon? The sight, smell, and sounds of bacon fried up in a pan or bacon in the oven. I mean, you do you. How bacon feels in your hand and in your mouth as you're chewing it, crispy or chewy, and of course, that all-important, amazing taste of bacon. This issue hits all 5 senses amazingly well. And that all-important, omnipresent 6th sense that I have around here, and that is the sense of good pricing judgment. Thanks for joining us, and by the way, since we talked about the chocolate issue and the bacon issue, I think we should talk about the cheese issue next week. I mean, if you don't like bacon, if you don't like chocolate, then at the very least, hopefully you'll consider cheese as one of those perfect foods that will unite the nation. Or if anything, at least they should unite your taste buds and happiness. Yes, folks, there is a special cheese issue of Food Network magazine, which we will highlight next week. So, pardon me if I get all cheesy over my love for this issue as well. See you then. Thanks for watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.